Hello, for anyone that saw me go live originally, the Wi-Fi connection said it wasn't good enough, so we'll try that again. So I'm back. This week I am sharing with you the couple of retired items that I will be definitely hanging on to. And I am also doing the Global Design Project card that I've made to go up on my blog. Yay, you got me live, Kim! I was having a bit of Wi-Fi connection issues. I've moved about 2 meters further away from where I normally do it, and suddenly it's saying I've got Wi-Fi issues. So I've opened the door now, and hopefully that'll help. I don't know, because that's how Wi-Fi works. So hi, Linda. Yay! Everyone's joining. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Excellent, excellent. So, while everyone's joining, I thought I'd show you some of my IKEA wares that I picked up. So obviously I am doing my craft room out at the moment. So some of the bigger packages and shelves and cupboards and stuff have stayed flat packed because the flooring isn't yet down. So just waiting for that to go down. But I managed to pick up the little bits and pieces as well at the same time. So everyone's probably seen these pots, but I got myself, morning Kelly, got myself a couple of these. So I thought they'd make nice pencil holders or something. I don't know. I don't quite know what I'm going to use them for yet. I just know I needed them. What else did I get? Oh, just like a rail for like tubs to go on. So like hooky tubs. I got 4 of them, and then and they were dead cheap. Some actual like hook things to go on the rail as well. Again, I don't quite know what I'm doing with them. I just know I needed them. So got those, and then everyone's probably seen these from IKEA, like tubs, but ooh, they're grey inside. So I like the colour. So got 2 of them. I'm sure they'll find a home, or I'll find a home for them. And then I also got like a milk churny thing. So there's 2 in there. So one's larger. And then this one was the one I really liked. So this is a smaller one, but I'm going to do some, yeah, you do need to go to IKEA. I thought that was £10, and when I took it to the checkout, she's like, oh, you've only got half an item. And I was like, okay. So she sent the person off, and they brought me both together for £10, so I thought that was a bargain. So I'm sure I will find a use for the larger one, but I'm thinking bunches of flowers is what's going in that one. I've already started making them, but they will be shared at my launch event, so that will be full of flowers when I get to my launch event. Morning, Esther. I'm glad so many people could join me. This is very exciting. Okay, so that's my little bits and pieces. The bigger items, as I say, are still flat packed on the floor in there. So, yeah. Oh, for those that have the Kallax, you know, the IKEA cubes. If they're not called Kallax, they were called something else before, but everyone's kind of got those cubes. Hi, Lucy. They now do like extra things, like shelf dividers. But I also got, and I don't know if you've seen them, like a wire basket thing. I'll grab it and show you if you're going shopping. It's definitely Expedit, that's what it was. Expedit is now Kallax, but they've now got this thing. So for those that have it, it kind of hooks on they're like £8, but they are like slide onto the cubes and then they hang below the shelf, if you know what I mean. But if you don't, go and look on the IKEA website. But I was a bit worried because it like narrows at the back, and I thought, I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to fit in that. But you will be pleased to know it definitely fits catalogues. So the back section is more than A4. So that's an A4 bit of paper, and it's wider than A4. So, and it's quite deep as well. So, ooh. Yeah, I might be going back for another one of them. I'm not sure. I was just very restrained. I bought one, and I thought, we'll see how we go, because the unit's not even up yet. And then I might be back to get another one, but we'll see. Okay, on with the retired items. So for those that don't already know, the retired list is now out. So there are some bits on there that are discounted, there are some bits that are not, but what is on there is definitely going and not available to purchase after the 31st of May, you know that? And two of the items that I will not be parting with out of my stash is, I think it probably is it strong? Linda was asking, is it strong enough for catties? Because I just put it on a table and kind of measured the catalogues in there, I was like, oh, they fit. Hanging wise, I don't know how much it takes, but as it goes over the whole shelf, I'm thinking it probably is. We'll give it a go. So I think you're good, but that's me being hopeful rather than actually having tried it. So it's this stamp set here. This one is on the retired list. The dies I don't think are still available, but the stamp set is. So if you haven't bought this and you're thinking about it, or you think, oh, that's a good man set, grab it now. This is a card that I made with it. So no dies. This was just a sentiment from one of the other sets that I've got. I think it's called Super Duper or something. Also depends on what you have on the shelf. But yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess it probably does actually, because the wires are sitting on the shelf as well, aren't they? So this has just been stamped onto watercolour paper, and then I've just used the blender pen to colour in real red and smoky slate. So that's just randomly stamped, and then I've just filled in with the excuse me, with the nails and screws and bits in a basic black. So that's one of my kind of favourite sets that's going. And then another one, I think this one's a bit like Marmite, but if you love it, then this is your chance to get it. So this is your Beetle and Bugs. Doesn't look all that, I don't think necessarily on the front, but love it when it's made up. So that is your Beetle and Bugs. It's one of the cards I made. Again, just randomly stamped. I've stamped just archival black and then just infilled. So all the bugs come with their respective kind of infills, and there's like little ants as well, which I've seen somewhere done with ew. No, that's fine, Kim. I can imagine using that for like boys' invites or boys' cards for like 6, 7, 8-year-olds. I think it's kind of perfect. But if that's not the kind of card you're sending out, it's not really a happy birthday husband card necessarily, unless he collects bugs or whatever. So yeah, that's 2 sets that I will be hanging on to. What else? Who would like to see a little sneak peek? So last week, I did like bugged you, yeah. This is very true, Esther. My husband's watching, so I better not make comment. So I did the what do you call it, like the Delft blue. My hair's gone really spiky today. I've got like random like horns sticking out my head. I've just kind of noticed, and as I'm speaking I can keep seeing like the spiky bits. So that is better, get it under control, Emma. The Delft blue like flowers, and then I painted in from the lines. So when we went to the demo event at On Stage, we got given an upcoming stamp set from the new catalogue, and so I've been having a play with that. So I'm not going to show you the whole stamp set, but I'll show you the card that I've made with it. It's navy, and it is like the Delft blue flowers, and it's got the bike on it. So I've done the same technique as I did before. So I've stamped these little flowers here, just randomly over the corner. And then I've painted in with a watercolour brush. So this is watercolour paper, and I've painted in the lines. And so the bicycle comes in pieces. It's not one stamp set. So I've got the wheel, and then you pop the frame on. One. Need, Kelly. And then the wheel on the back is a separate piece, and then this frame here is also separate. So you could pop that on the front of the bike, or here, I guess, to make it a more like mountain bike or man bike. I haven't played around with it that much, but the basket you could certainly put, and I've seen some samples with the basket on the front, and there's other bits in that set, so like a cute little doggy and books, I think, and bits and pieces that you can put in the basket, but I'm sure you could think of all sorts of things. So that's just a real one layer simple card in the navy, so I thought I'd share that one with you. Thank you. Thank you. And then on the 1st of May, we have the Eastern Elegance coming out. Oh, Palace, Eastern Palace, I get confused. So that's the 31st of May, 1st to the 31st of May. So Stampin' Up have brought out, or will be bringing out for customers, a couple of bundles with sneak peeks from the new catalogue. And that includes some dies and a stamp set, and it also includes 3 of the new in colours. So if you haven't seen them already, the in colours that they are sharing as part of that suite are called Fresh Fig, which is this one here, Lemon Lime Twist, which is really nice and bright, and then Tranquil Tide, which is this one here, and that kind of sits between kind of Bermuda Bay and Emerald Envy, I kind of think. It's slightly, don't know, it can go with the blues as well, so it's a really nice colour. I really like that. And I've been playing with the stickers, I say stickers, yeah, they are stickers, vinyl stickers, which come as part of this suite. So you get 4 sheets in the pack, which are these ones here. So you get these. Ooh. And next week I'll be doing a Facebook Live with the dies and the actual stamp set. But just wanted to share one of the cards I've made in the Lemon Lime Twist, and a new punch, which I was lucky enough to pre-order. So this one here. And the sentiment just says, a note for you. So I've kept it really white, but those are the vinyl gold stickers. And then a little bit of bling in the centre. So, and that's 6 layers of that punch. And it's kind of, I wanted it to look more like a gerbera than a daisy. So I was going for kind of more layers. Thank you. I will be sharing. I've done a set of 5 in those, and I'll be sharing them from next week. I'll be doing one on my blog of each of the colours every week leading up to the catalogue. So that's those. And then on to the card that I'm making today. I'll put them out of the way. So I know the punch. I think the punch is going to be really popular. Really popular. I do love a punch, and it makes it really quick for making the flowers. So yeah, that's. I'm glad I've got my hands on that one, but you'll be able to get it soon. the card I am making today, the theme on the Global Design Project was sparkles and bling. I have loads of birthdays coming up in May. It's one of my busiest months for birthdays, and girly birthdays at that. So this will be going out to someone this month. I'm just looking at my diary. I've got, I don't know, maybe 20 odd birthdays, quite a lot. So I've gone for a black base, and I have gone for the gold glimmer. So that's my sparkles. Choking. And I've used the ladies. So the Beautiful You ladies is what I've gone for, nice and elegant. And I've gone for her with a gold sparkly dress on. So that's the card we're going to make. So I am going to pop you over so that you can see what I'm doing. And let me just, sorry, I should have done this before. Bring that up so I can see what you guys are saying. Right, okay, let me, did you notice I'm in my conservatory. I have no floor, but I'm in my conservatory. So let me just turn. So I am in here. I have no floor. I've got just concrete in the minute. That's not very exciting. But yeah, let's turn you. I think we're good. Let's get that out of the way. Oh. Hang on. Let me turn you around because the camera's. Let me do that. Sorry, I make you feel seasick. Oh no, can't do that. I'll get there in a minute. Sorry, guys. Let me just turn you around this way. Everyone's always like, ah. There we go. Wrong side of the table. There we go. Okay, we're in. Okay, so see everything. There we go. That's my card. Okay, so we've used a half sheet of A4. Long ways, so that's going to be folded in just half that way round. This is a nice way to fold your card when you've got it that way, because it stops them collapsing, whereas if they are like that way round, sometimes they can kind of collapse that way, so that's a good way to kind of have them to stop them falling over. So we've got that card there, and then we've got our bling. The piece of glimmer paper, you could absolutely cut the middle out and save that bit of glimmer. Normally I probably would, but for this I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it whole. So that's going to go on there. That piece there was, what was it, 8 by 11. So I'm going to just cut half a centimetre shorter. So we're going to go 7.5 by 10.5. And that will give us a little border. So that's going to go on there, and then we're going to go half a centimetre shorter again. So we'll then go 9.5 by 7, which then gives you, oh no, what was my measurement again? 10.5, 10 by 7. 10. I haven't had enough coffee, clearly. 10 by 7. There you go. And lots of scraps of white, but never mind. There we go. Morning, Morning, Natalie. I've got glitter all over my hands already and I haven't really done anything apart from move that, but that's fine. It's all part of the fun. Okay. That's going to go over there. So, and then I'm going to use crumb cake and a happy birthday. The black and the crumb cake. So the lady's going to be stamped in black. Put her on there. Make sure we get her inked up nicely. Morning, morning. So she's going to sit to one side. But she'll sit there. And then we've got the happy birthday. And that's going to be in the crumb cake. I'm just going to check I've got that fairly lined. Straighten that up a bit. Yeah. Okay, so the sentiment's just going to go off to the side of her. That, like that. And then we're going to use the squiggle from the stamp set. So there's like, there's two squiggles. That one there is like her dress shape. So that will come down her dress. I'm going to pop that in the crumb cake. Get rid of some of that glitter. There we go. So that goes over her like that. So now we're going to add the even more glitter. And I'm going to use a technique which you probably learnt in reception or year one. PVA, add glitter. Except we've got Tombow and we've got Posh glitter. So, right, I'm going to go over... no, let me think about this. Let me glue that on there first. Okay. Stuck. There's plenty in here and I'm waiting for it to blob out. There we go. Alright, that's going to go on there. And then to get it to stick onto the glimmer paper, you definitely need something. Either you need to have the patience with the Tombow, or you need a stronger red tape or strong tape, the fast fuse. So that's going to go. As I said before, you could take the middle out if you wanted to save it, but I'm just going to, for the purposes of this, I'm just going to go for it. That's going to go on there, and then that's going to go onto our card base just in the centre. There we go, and then we just need to add the extra glitter to her dress. So this is where we're going to get the glue and just follow the lines. Glue. It's obviously got. There we go. So I've not like filled it in with the glue. I've just drawn like lines, and then get our gold glitter and pour that on. There we have her sparkly dress. So that's my card. Some people love glitter, some people I like the glitter. So you could do that glue with, you know, you could put the glue on anything to get that sort of glittery, extra glittery technique, and then I'll just pop that back in there. And then I'll just have glittery trousers for the rest of the day, but that's fine. So there we go. And I'll pop them up on my blog a bit later this afternoon. Oh, ceiling. Hello, hello. Morning to those that have joined partway through. I will post this video onto my Facebook page so you can watch it, and I will yet again try to upload it to YouTube, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, thanks, Natalie. Yeah, that's it from me, and thanks everyone for joining me, and I will see you next week. It'll be Sunday again because my floor's being laid on Friday, so that's very exciting, so I can move into my room. So I will hopefully be able to do my Facebook from in there. All right, bye everyone, thank you.